Lester Sumrall said, "The Old Testament is not old, and the New Testament is not new. It's all the Word of God." Now, and I know that for many young people listening to me right now, it might feel like when we talk about not having sex before marriage, it might feel like it's excess, it's extraneous. But really, that's the standard, and it's pretty basic. It's not even special. That's just the norm. I get asked a few times, is it really necessary to abstain until marriage? Is it an Old Testament thing, or is it also a New Testament thing? Now, I did a bit of research, and I found a whole lot of New Testament scriptures talking about sanctification, guiding us to abstain from sexual immorality. The Word of God is abundantly clear that you should not be having sex before marriage. That's plain and that's clear. And there's a whole lot of scriptural examples that back this up. A whole lot of Old Testament and New Testament scriptures. Sometimes people say, oh, purity does not guarantee a good marriage. I know people that, were not pure or didn't live in sexual purity, and now they are married and with kids. And then they tell you about how a young woman kept herself and ended up getting married late or not having a child, and all those arguments. Now, there are many things that make good marriage. There are many ways to attain good marriage. Illicit sex is not one of them. Now, what we need to realize is this. Marriage is not just an agreement between you and your spouse. Marriage is not an agreement only between a man and a woman. It's also between God, the man, and the woman. So 3 people are involved in this agreement. Now, you can't convince me that disobeying the most important person in this agreement will bring you a good marriage. Christian marriage is spiritual. You trust God to help you keep the marriage. If you go into the marriage with disobedience, with sin, then how do you guarantee that God will be involved? I mean, you can post all the holy wise involved the way you like, but if you are going to get God's blessing, you are going to do it on His own terms. Now, we also need to realize that getting pregnant before marriage is not a sign that you are fruitful. It's a sign that you are sinful. It is wrong. That's not God's ordinance. Okay? Now, who told you that you are going to keep that pregnancy? You don't have power to keep it for 9 months. You don't even have power to guarantee that you'll get pregnant again. So all those arguments are so paper thin, they'll just blow away with the wind. Now, I am human. Of course, I'm a young man, and I understand that we all have passions and we all have feelings. But there's an age-old saying that says, true love waits. And it's true. If he loves you, he's not going to pressure you into having sex with him. That's just true. Now, check this, sister. If he cannot wait for you to get married, how is he going to wait after you have put to bed? 2 weeks later when you are not ready for sex? How do you solve that? So if he doesn't pass the test now, how is he going to pass the test later? I know a lot of you say things like body no be wood and all that. Look, get a life. Do something else. Get busy. Serve God. Write. Sing. Work. Start a business. Just invest that passion, that emotional energy into something fruitful, something for tomorrow. And the Bible does advise you and every one of us that if you have passions, it's better to get married than to burn. So get over there and pay bride price. That's it. True love waits, and it's still true. Abstain, guys. That's the minimum standard. God bless you.